What's going on, baby?
Not much.
You sure? You sure you're having a good day today?
I'm not. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. The way you asked that question makes me wonder if you about to turn it all around for me. What's up?
There you go. No, I have a question though. So we were shooting
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago. Somehow or another, we got on the subject of the type of women that I like.
Okay.
Right. I like them a little fluffy. Anyways.
I hate when you don't use the right words. But go ahead. Go ahead.
How come as it's somebody that I like, I can't use the words that I like?
Because it's not
fluffy, chunky. What am I supposed? Voluptuous. I use voluptuous.
There is nothing sexy about. Look at my chunky woman over there. I remember one time you called me Big Mama as a term of endearment, and you
ended up mentioning Regina Hall. And you said, "Oh, your demeanor kind of changed a little bit. Like, oh, what you like? You like skinny bitches now?"
I mean, you threw me off with that one. I have never heard of you. You have never expressed an interest in anyone who wasn't plus size.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like all women.
But you ain't never.
Preference is if you haven't broke at least one toilet seat, we can't be together. You know what I'm saying? We just can't. So listen. Okay, well, hey, listen.
Do you hear the kind of shit
I'm just saying, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, Deshaun.
Let me be me. Okay, so watching your demeanor change, do you feel like
such an idiot?
Do you feel like heavier women are sort of still intimidated by the slimmer chicks or whatever?
Not intimidated, especially now in the culture now, then definitely not. I would say that I'm not intimidated by smaller women. I was thrown off by now you throwing smaller women into your, with your hall passes.
Great
and
in
stuff.
A couple of movies that I
whatever.
You look good in that church.
But I don't know if there's an intimidation. No. To answer the question, no, I don't think there's an intimidation. I think that depending on the type of man that you're with, that you might wonder, like, okay, I'll just use you as an example. If I see a plus size woman walk by us in a crowd, then I'm going to look at you to see if you looking. If it was someone who looked like one of my sisters or a smaller girl, then I would probably never look at you to see if you looked at her, because the perception that I've always had of you is that you've always been into plus size women. So I'm just like, okay, I don't need to see if he's looking too long. But now I have to wonder if you're looking too long.
Well, no, I'm always going to respect you anyways. And, if we're together, I'm not going to be just checking out some chick. I've never done that. So,
bro, I've seen you look before.
Look where?
Like at somebody walking past. I ain't mad about it.
I'm not saying I didn't look, but I'm talking about like I didn't look, turn around and be like, oh,
well, no, you wasn't tripping about it. I've seen a gray sweatpant pass from time to time.
I'm pretty sure you have. But like I said, we were just at the rodeo. It was kind of hard to not find somebody that's like, okay, half naked or whatever. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just one of those things where it's like, attraction is something different. I just didn't know if I had like triggered you in a certain way where it's like, damn, what are you doing? He like little chicks? Nah, that ain't the case. I'm just saying Regina Hall's celebrity chick. That was the conversation that we were going to.
Okay, so can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Are you intimidated being a shorter man?
First of all, I'm about 4 inches from being 6 foot. So
no, the hell you're not.
Short.
You're like 6 inches from me. I'm taller than you.
No, you're not.
Without shoes on. I'm taller than you. Don't make us stand in front of this camera.
Listen,
I'm definitely taller than you.
It's not even worth it. Just take my word for it, guys. I'm taller than my wife.
Okay.
Anyways, let's listen. No, I'm not intimidated by taller men. I think most short guys that I've met though, they trip, like they got a complex. They're like, I don't like standing around taller guys or things like that. And I mean, I think it's probably a lot more challenging, like depending on where you're at. You know what I mean? Like if you're a short guy, you got to be real player cool. It's just almost like if you're a real dark skinned fat ass guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be smooth. I think that's what it is. I don't even think it's more or less what you look like. You just got to be smooth. You know what I'm saying?
So you think you're smooth?
Pull a chick. I pulled a chick. Got her.
Maybe I like short guys. Maybe I like short guys in comparison.
But I mean, I feel like that's what it is. It's like you just got to be smooth. Whatever. I mean, at least that's the tactic I use. Either try to be smooth. I'm corny. I use what God gave me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't the tallest guy, but at the same time, I'm in the room.
I did notice that when we went to that engagement party the other night, when I asked you what shoes I should wear, you did not tell me to wear the boots that had a heel. You told me to wear a flat. Why?
I wanted to see your toes.
Whatever. Okay.
I wanted to see your feet.
That's the reason?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let that be the reason, baby.
They were very nice. I liked them.
I'll let that be the reason.
What? I'm
No,
serious. Okay.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't. And then with the BBWs, this is one of the things I wanted because I at one point I did go through like a phase. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
With what?
Because I was starting to get. My rate was getting low.
What do you mean, rate?
The fellas know what I'm talking about. That P rate was getting a little low, and I'm like, what the hell going on? And so
No,
I'm
what's a
like,
P rate?
this is a trend, pussy rate. But this is a trend. I'm like, man, they used to come through now all the time. Now it's, the more voluptuous girls seem to have gotten more popular. And for a while, I thought it was like a trend. I'm like, man, y'all playing with these girls out here, and I like them. I'm like, damn, they playing with them. But at the same time,
Oh Lord.
now I think there's more of an appreciation for bigger girls. I think that bigger girls are more confident than what they used to be. Public eye has
The perception has
they've
changed.
noticed. And not only that, but there's so many people trying to be like it. You know what I mean? They're going to go get everything pumped and, just to try to be like it when, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, that wasn't the case. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it started with Lizzo, but definitely a few years ago. And it's not even so
And that
much.
bothers me because she's trying so hard to get small.
I think like when I'd say maybe 15 years ago, it was just okay. You wanted a woman to be curvy instead of just like what the model used to be, just skinny and thin and
Yeah.
no curves. Okay, so then I think we've transitioned out of curvy into just take their body how it is, and then went into like Lizzo. Because lately, I've been seeing women. I'm not as confident as these women, and maybe it's just I think it's an individual, a personal preference thing. I've seen women bigger than me wearing two pieces. And I'm like,
that's a
damn.
confidence
But
thing.
then I'll see them and I'm like, it doesn't look bad. But if I see them myself, I'm like, what the hell? I'm not gonna wear this
Just
shit.
gotta have fun.
So
I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I've always had. That's just been my preference. Big girls, right? So, but it's oh my god, I feel bad for that woman that's real big up here and then got the little bitty twig legs. Oh, I hate to see it, but it's somebody for everybody. They be having a dude on their arm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, dude. But can you imagine what Missy Elliott's legs look like? Oh my god,
what the hell?
I don't know. I just thought about that. She was at Coachella though. I heard she showed out at the. She was like a robot or something like that.
I remember one of the qualities that you said was like your biggest turnoff in a woman wasn't like her size. It was.
Oh yeah, I can't stand big ankles. It's okay to be.
You were like, I'll stop talking
with her, but no, not them big old ankles.
I don't care how big she is, but if her ankle, if not a separation.
Oh no, it's got to taper off. If things are still chunky at the bottom, I can't do it.
Oh, that's your standard.
That and then just laziness. Like I ain't nothing right. If you're healthy, just be able to get around, be able to move, and don't become a liability. Like, damn, who invited her? Now we got to save her. We got to do all this shit. Whatever happens, you know what I'm saying? If we're in a bad situation,
save her from what?
Somebody get her. Make sure one of these guys, make sure she gets her slow ass to the car so we can go.
You always take it a step too far.
Oh, baby, I love you.
I wasn't talking about me.
Talking about people, period. I'm just talking about people, period. Like,
so now I see how you really feel about me.
No, you get up and go. I ain't got to worry about it. I'll be like, where you going?
Oh, no. Shit.
It's just a lot. It's just a lot that goes on that I don't know. Sometimes there can be that misconception that, I'm insecure because I'm short or whatever. As long as you smooth, I think a lot of people do have guys that I've known. They trip out about being short.
Yeah.
They trip. That's one thing.
I notice when we're on step, when we're next to
don't
stairs.
Don't touch my head. I'm short. Don't ever do that. Oh my god.
I've noticed when we're next to stairs. I don't know. I won't say you're insecure about it.
On that one step. I'm gonna step up on that one step. If you don't know me, it'd be like that next 3.
And then you ain't got to get the feet.
Yeah, shoes. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Ain't nothing wrong with it though. But yeah, I just wanted to know what you thought about it, baby. I love you. Regina Hall ain't got nothing on you. I would never leave you for nothing. That was a hall pass. We were talking about a hall pass that day. Now, give me a hall pass.
Clean it up now. But it's all right. Keep cleaning it up.
It's okay. Keanu Reeves.
Okay. Point served. Anyway. So you guys, what do you guys think? Are in your relationships, are women insecure if they're a heavier set woman? Are men insecure if they're shorter instead of the normal?
Or even if you think that the standard has changed.
For sure. I think it has.
It has. I think so too.
Y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know. We'll talk to you later.